You know what? What if the biggest weapon ever used in human history wasn't a bomb, wasn't a gun, and wasn't even an army? What if the most powerful weapon was simply division? Think about it. Because throughout history, one strategy has been used again and again to control millions of people. Divide them, and they will never unite against you. Look around the world today. People are constantly fighting each other. Religion versus religion, country versus country, political party versus political party, rich versus poor, race versus race. Everywhere you look, someone is angry at someone else. But here's a strange question. What if many of these conflicts are not as natural as we think? What if they are constantly encouraged, amplified, and repeated because a divided population is easier to manage? When people are busy fighting each other, they rarely look up and ask a bigger question. Who actually benefits from all this chaos? This idea isn't new. It's actually one of the oldest strategies of power. The Roman Empire used it. Colonial empires used it. Kings, politicians, and powerful groups throughout history used it. The strategy was simple. Create differences. Highlight those differences. Turn those differences into conflict. And once people start fighting each other, the ones in power stay comfortable, because a divided society rarely challenges the system controlling it. Division doesn't always start with weapons. Sometimes it starts with stories. Stories about who is right, who is wrong, who belongs, and who doesn't. Over time, these stories grow stronger. They become part of identity. People start believing, my group is right, the other group is the problem. And once that belief becomes strong enough, it doesn't take much to spark conflict. Just a rumor, a headline, a speech, or a single viral post. Suddenly, millions of people are arguing, while the bigger system continues running quietly in the background. But here's the interesting part. Throughout history, whenever people truly united, something powerful happened. Huge social changes began. Systems were questioned, structures shifted, and sometimes entire governments changed. Unity has always been one of the most powerful forces in society, which is exactly why division spreads so easily. So maybe the real question isn't, why do people fight? Maybe the real question is, why do the same divisions keep appearing again and again? Religion, politics, nationality, race, class, different labels, but often the same pattern. People at the bottom fighting each other, while the bigger structures above remain untouched. So next time you see people arguing online or entire groups turning against each other, take a moment and ask yourself something. Is this conflict really helping anyone? Or is it simply another example of the oldest strategy ever used? Divide and control. You know what? Sometimes the most powerful thing people can do is simply stop fighting each other long enough to ask bigger questions. And that changes everything.